Hey Ivy. We need to talk. There is something really important.
Why you're so serious? Oki, tell me what's wrong.
I'll get straight to the point. I want a divorce.
What? Where is this coming from all of a sudden? To be honest, it doesn't sound like there's much to talk about. It seems like you've made up your mind already.
I really didn't expect you to respond so fast. Aren't you supposed to be working? I mean, I knew your job isn't all that hard, but I don't know you have a lot of free time to sit around on your phone. I guess you're not exactly suited for anything more difficult. But it's still a job. You should be taking it more seriously instead of being on your phone all the time.
Wait a second. I think I'm a little lost. Where is all this coming from? You just all of a sudden announced that you want to get a divorce. I think that would have caught anyone off guard. And then you add insult to injury by attacking my job? Do you even have any idea what I actually do? I'm actually really busy today. I just happened to see the notification from your text pop up on my phone. Well, I felt like my husband wanting a divorce was a good reason to stop what I was doing and respond. Do you have any more questions or insults at my job? Or can we go back to talking about the whole divorce thing?
Okay. I didn't know you get so defensive about your job. It's exactly this attitude that has ruined our marriage. And it is the biggest reason I want you out of my life altogether. This is a serious conversation. You can't just ignore me. Don't you have anything to say?
You know what? If a divorce is what you really want, then that's fine by me. Our marriage has been falling apart for a long time. It doesn't really make a difference to my life at this point. Honestly, I had a feeling it would come down to this sooner or later.
What? You're not upset at all. I'm your husband and you're just gonna shrug off a divorce like it's not a big deal? You should know you won't be able to survive without me. Don't act like this will have no effect on you.
I think I'll get along. It's just fine. I work hard to make my own money. It's not like I'm a housewife that's entirely dependent on you.
That's not exactly the truth though. I know you have a job. But it doesn't really pay enough for you to live on your own.
Are you sure about that? Maybe I don't make as much as you do.
Stop it. There's no point in arguing about this. I want a divorce and your lifestyle is gonna take a hit for it. Just admit it.
You make around $60,000 a year, right?
About that, yeah. I doubt that if you can earn that much however hard you try.
Right, it's a good salary for early in your career. But it's not that much. I'm currently making around $50,000 a year. I think that's okay for me though.
What? Come on, Ivy. Don't try and lie to me.
I'm not lying, but your surprise says a lot about how much you paid attention to me in our marriage. Anyway, I'm not worried about making it all my own. I may not exactly get to live in luxury, but it'll be more than enough to get by well.
But you'll still have to make some sacrifices.
You're probably right, but that's okay too. Anyway, if you're done trying and failing to make me feel worthless, did you have anything else to say about a divorce? We absolutely need to discuss that. But I can't really talk much during work. I've been away long enough. I'll see you at home later. Let's talk more then. That way we'll be able to get everything out in the open at once. Or is there something urgent that needs to be taken care of at this minute?
Just stop. There's nothing to talk about. I want a divorce. And I want you to go away. You have until the end of today to get out of the house, got it?
You want me out today?
Yes, today.
Don't even try argue it beforehand?
It's funny, Ivy. You were so smug about your 50K just a minute ago. So you shouldn't have a problem getting out of my house by the end of the day. You have more than enough money, right? Just get your stuff and get out. I don't want to see your face any more minute.
I think I know what's happening. There's something else going on here? Isn't there something that means you need me out of the way as soon as possible?
Look, you're grasping at straws here. Not feeling so strong now? What happened to all your confidence? In all seriousness, I'm sorry for the trouble. But you really do need to leave immediately. I'm getting married again and I need you out so that my new wife can move in.
Yeah, here it is. This is a real problem, right? So who's lying now? I don't know what reality you think you're living in. But that's just not happening. Just tell your imaginary girlfriend to pick a different day to move in.
Imaginary? Have you really not figured it out yet?
Figured out what?
I want a divorce because I'm in love with someone else. She just told me she's pregnant this morning and I want to do the right thing, to put it frankly. You are in the way of our happiness. So like I said, I need you out immediately.
Well, thank you for telling me now. I understand the situation.
What? Just like that? You don't have anything else to say?
Well, just that today is simply not possible. You're gonna have to wait until I find somewhere else to move. I'll move as soon as I can. But it could be a few weeks.
No, absolutely not. You'll be out of my house and out of my life today. Today. Don't you get it? You should consider it punishment for being so arrogant and condescending all the time. This is the last time I'll say it. You need to be out of my house now.
So that we're clear and everything is on the table. You do understand the position that you're in, right?
What is that supposed to mean? The only thing that needs to be understood is that I am still your husband. You'll do as I say.
Ethan, it doesn't really work like that. I'm not sure what your plan was, but you just exposed your own infidelity to your wife. You called me arrogant, but I think you need to do a little self-reflection and punishment. Let's talk about punishment. Let's talk about what's to happen to you now that you've decided to impregnate some random woman and kick your faithful wife out.
Excuse me? What exactly is that supposed to mean? Do you think that you somehow have the right to talk back to me like that? There is no evidence whatsoever that I had an affair. But there was plenty that you have been a terrible wife.
No, that's not true at all. I have plenty of evidence of your affair.
What? No, that's not possible. You're just bluffing.
Listen, Ethan. You literally just confessed to your affair in your texts. I just need to take this to a judge. So they'll be able to decide for themselves which of us is a lousy person.
You're so full of it. Texts and messages don't prove anything. There's something else that you think gives you the confidence. You're acting too smug. What is going on? You already knew, right? How long have you known that I've been seeing Lisa?
Are you really that silly? I know about her because you just told me. Thank you for volunteering her name, by the way. I'm glad I didn't even have to ask for it. That makes things easier.
Wait a second. No, that's not her name. It's just a nickname I give to her.
Okay, I'm just kidding. I've known for the past 2 years that you were seeing someone. It started about the time I started working from home, am I right?
What? How did you know that?
There's no point in getting defensive or embarrassed now. Now that it's all out there. All that matters is what happens next. I'll go straight to the point. You don't want to spend months of your life in court, right? So then we'll need to come to an agreement about alimony.
Alimony? But why you just went on and on about how you make enough to live on your own?
I do make enough, but I'm not the one that uprooted both their lives because I couldn't keep it in my pants. I'm willing to agree to a lump sum of $45,000 from you.
What? Are you being serious? 45,000? Are you insane?
I had a feeling that's what you would say. So I guess I'll see you in court. No, it's not happening. You will be gone by the end of the day if I have to throw your stuff out of my house. Since it's your fault that I have to move in the first place, it's only fair that you agree to this. I'm not going to live on the streets just because you couldn't keep it in your pants. I have no problem with the divorce, but finding a new apartment takes time. You can afford to agree to few weeks. It's not like the baby will be born tomorrow. In case you can't swallow your pride and agree to give me time to find a new place to live. I will make your life miserable. You think $45,000 is a lot. Let me know by 5 p.m. how you decide.
Why by 5 p.m.?
Because that's when the banks close. Remember the 45,000 we just talked about?
You want that today?
Of course. You want all this done as quickly as possible, right? That's why you're trying to kick me out by the end of the day. Oh, actually, I guess you could always wire the money to me rather than taking it out in cash. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. Once that's paid, we'll need to talk about division of property and assets.
What? You even want more?
I want what's fair, and I'm perfectly content to either negotiate with you directly or handle it through the courts. So how do you want to play this? It's your call. And your girlfriend works at the same company as you, right? Since she's pregnant, the sooner we make a clean break from each other the better. Don't you think people are gonna start wondering about your relationship soon?
All right. That's fine. Let's just settle this. How much do you think is fair?
Well, I'll take my car and you can keep yours, but I'm also entitled to half the house as well as what we've got in the bank.
What? You're gonna ruin me.
You've ruined yourself. You can buy out my half of the house for $300,000. Plus, $50,000 from savings and $45,000 in alimony. In total, $395,000. Not too bad, if I do say so. Didn't you hear that I have a child on the way? Well, let's make it an even $400,000 if you want to be difficult. Or we can go to court. I bet I get even more if we take it to court. You'll end up with my attorney fees as well.
Fine. I'll wire it to you, but then we're done with that money. There has to be some way that you can be out of the house by tonight.
All right, you're smart. I'll call some friends to see if I can stay somewhere while I find a new apartment. It shouldn't be a problem. I'll take the rest of the afternoon off from work so I can start packing. I'll have all my things packed and out of the house before dinner.
Wow, you really do that fast.
Are you surprised? I've known this day is coming for the past 2 years. And I prepared for it. I couldn't predict exactly when it would happen, but I had no doubt that it would happen eventually. Obviously, I didn't know she would be pregnant, but still, now that it's finally here. This will all be over soon. Unless you have anything else to talk about, I'll see you later this evening. What's that? Hey Ethan. Stop ignoring me.
What? Why are you talking with me like that?
It really took you so long. You need to reply faster.
Okay, what do you want?
Are you ready to send me the last $45,000? You owe me that amount.
What? I don't owe you anything.
What are you talking about? You still owe me $45,000 in our agreement last month. You bought out my half of the house and gave me half of the savings, but you still owe $45,000. I mean $45,000 for the alimony. I haven't received it yet.
I did send you the money. I wired you all the money that you demanded. That should be enough to call it even. That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
I'm sorry. We agreed on $395,000 and I've only received $350,000. You still owe me $45,000.
What do you mean? You only received $350K? That is a lot of money. I don't think you're so greedy.
I agree it is a lot of money, but it's not the amount that we agreed on. Let me guess. You blew through the money so you could claim you don't have it. Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't have any evidence what happened. Frankly, I didn't care. The only thing that matters to me is that you pay it. If you like, I can contact your girlfriend and ask her to help you.
No, stop it. You have no business talking to her. This is between you and me.
You're getting awfully defensive about me talking to her. Is there something that you don't want me to say to her? If you don't want me talking to her and you refuse to pay the rest, I guess it's time to take the situation to attorneys.
Just be reasonable. We can settle this ourselves.
I don't think we can, and I'm tired of arguing with you about it.
Okay, fine. I will wire you now. Just step out of my life. Make sure you never contact me again.
Well, that's easy to threaten Ethan with the attorney. Now I get all the money I need. I have prepared for this situation, so I have no surprise about his girlfriend. At least, he's quite generous and give all the money due to out agreement. We haven't eaten and slept together for a long time. It's been nearly a divorce. But now I'm happy that I get out of that boring marriage. I'm rich and free now. It's so wonderful.
Hey, can you come to cook for me today? I have a big assignment, so I don't have time for cooking.
What? I am your sister-in-law, not your maid.
You think I am really consider you as my sister? You're such an huge idiot, Natty. Do you even have any neurons in your brain?
Lily, why you send me all this insults? What's wrong with you? Are you drunk or something? I know you don't like me, but not that kind of person who can talk that things.
Oh, if you know what, come to my home and do housework for me. I guess that you have at least a couple of remaining brain cells. I was a little worried that you are too dumb to understand what I say. So if you understand my saying, please come to my home before I died of starvation.
What unreasonable are you? Tell me why I have to help you with housework like a maid?
Because you are housewife of our family, even our big family. So my work is also what you have to do. Are you understand it clearly? If you don't, you're really an idiot. You know what, we start losing brain cells as we age. You might run out of pretty soon at this rate. Then I will told my brother and mom to kick you out of my house. 'Cause you won't have any value to us that time. So do housework for me is the solely way to help you stay at our house.
Haha. How hilarious are you? I think you should become a comedy actress. It's really crack me up. Working for the office is a kind of waste your talent. Normal people can never say the kind of words that you have just told me. If you want me to look up to you, please think about what you'll text me before you actually going through with it.
You're so arrogant towards me. Where did you even learn to say all of that back to me? You didn't even graduate high school. I thought that you were too dumb to even string together a full sentence. Stop trying to pretend that you're actually smart. It's just embarrassing watching you pretend like that.
Hayes. I never did anything to you. It's just a waste of my time if I keep on replying back to you.
But I have another important things to talk to you. That's I am going to be announcing the fact that I got engaged. Our big family, also contain our relative, decided to gather for dinner today. I want you to come as well.
That's a little sudden, right?
You definitely need to come. I'm not going to accept no as an answer. You need to help me with cooking and cleaning after the meeting. I will become a housewife like you after I married. And I'm never going to have to work ever again in my life. You know what? I married a very rich man that he coincide with me he want to have a wife which can do anything at home. And he will give me a lot of money.
What? I have never heard about him.
Yes, of course. We have just dated for 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Are you serious, Lily? You can't marry a man who you have just met.
Who care? What I care about is his family and his money. We decided to celebrate our wedding and no one can change that. I announced to you, not asked you for giving me the advice. I guess my life is going to be completely different to a loser like you. What a pity. You're going to continue working for the foreseeable future. You're so unlucky. You must be so jealous of me.
What? I'm really not. Why did you think that I would be jealous?
My finance has an amazing job at a very prestigious company. His salary is also really great. On top of that, he's really good looking. He's the kind of guy a high school dropout like you will never be able to get.
If it's your determine, I guess I will congratulations for that.
My family will take our reputation back soon. Thank to me.
What are you talking about? What reputation? What do you even mean by that?
You can see it clearly, my silly brother married a school dropout like you. It was really embarrassing for the rest of us to have welcomed someone like you into our family.
No members in our family even think that, excepted you, Lily. On my hush band has a biff love and tolerant. Not like you. Your personality is too bad that I can understand for you. Although I am a person who are follow the altruism. But I still wish you happy with your choice. I will come and help you at your engagement because you're still my sister-in-law. I will help you because I love Mom and my husband. I don't want them to see us act like stranger.
Wise choice, pretty. I think you are quite intelligent that you agree to do all thing like a maid for me.
Stop talking nonsense before I change my decision. I have so much works to do, so don't bother me anymore.
Okay, maid.
Goodbye.
Hey, Natty. I'm surprised because you managed to stay right till the end of our engagement. And thank you for doing all the preparing task at your best. I'm really appreciate it.
Is that you, Lily? I'm so surprised when you can sound that beautiful words. Not like before. Is that because of you have a husband and you realize yourself throughout?
Not all of that. But I know that you are not fully worthless like I have thought before. Actually, my husband forced me to tell this to you. If not, he won't give me any money.
Haha, but it still cracked me up.
I can't believe that you didn't do as I told you to. I told that when you finished cooking, you should go home to get rid of the embarrass for my family. But you was there. Just how stubborn are you? Or was it because you didn't understand what I was telling you?
What are you talking about? I didn't feel like there was any reason for me to be embarrassed about anything.
You didn't remember that you dropped out of school. You're damaging our reputation just by being married to my brother.
Actually, I'm not as big of an embarrassment when compared to you. Mom and my brother are going to cut all ties with you. They don't want to keep on being family member with an embarrassment like you. My husband said your wedding may be the last time they visited you. You know nothing about the love and respect for you relatives. All you care about is money and reputation. Mom is really disappointed about the daughter like you. You didn't respect and care about anyone. If you didn't fix it, your husband would realize that and get away from you as soon as possible.
I don't have any idea why you decided to make up lie like that. Maybe they were saying about you, loser.
Haha, you should ask mother or try to call her. If you didn't accept your mistake and change, no one would welcome you.
I don't believe you. I think that you just misheard them. And I am not going to forgive you for this. You're such an embarrassment to this family. A month later. Natty, are you there? Answer me. Now.
What are you going to talk?
There's one truth that I can't accept. You're the shareholder of my husband's company. With 70% the shares? There's no way that's true.
Why can't you believe it? I'm actually the CEO of a fairly large company.
Stop saying all these lies to Mr. I'm not stupid enough to believe any of what you just told me. What's wrong with your brain?
I'm the one that should be saying that to you. You really should stop with that attitude. Are you sure that you want to be talking with me in this tone?
What? You're threatening me now?
I knew that your husband didn't give you any money after a time he lived with you. I and my husband tend to give you some money.
Yes, it's true. I have spending so much money recently, but my husband didn't pay for me anymore. I think I would receive your money. I won't be able to pay off my credit card if you don't send me the money.
You're going to have to figure out how to pay it off yourself. You should never spend more money than you earn anyway. Let this be a good financial lesson to you. Even children know this these days. I have no idea why you can't even understand something as simple as this.
You know I was off working when I got married. Now I'm not able to pay off my credit cards at this rate. That's going to put me in debt and I really don't want that.
You're older than me, sister. So let's pay the bill yourself.
Shut up. You have to give me the money to pay off my credit cards. Take responsibility to your action.
Responsibility? Why I have to take responsibility to you?
Because you're my sister-in-law and you have to pay for me.
There's no way I'm ever going to help you out with that attitude. You're not making any sense at all. You were the one that got yourself into this situation. You need to stop being so persistent. You're going to be even more hated if you keep going. You should be thankful about the fact that you were even receiving any pocket money. You're an adult already.
I can't believe that all these bad things are happening to me. And now I have to beg the loser like you to give me money. You even didn't enroll in the university.
Because I studied abroad, sis.
What? I didn't know about that.
Because you have never talked with me. You just insult me up to present. I graduated high school in Canada and then I went to the highest rated school in US. It's Harvard.
You graduated from Harvard? You're not telling me the truth, aren't you? I thought that you were an uneducated idiot.
Everything I just told you is completely true. My husband knew all of this and he's my coworker when I have just graduated.
Then I founded the company which imports a lot of goods. I won't get into details because your husband works in my company. You should care about his work and ask what him does. Don't just care about only money. And I think that he knew I am the CEO of his company, so he asked you to say thank with me. But you couldn't did that. Well, now you know. You really shouldn't be insulting not only my intelligence but also anyone else. It's because I didn't know about any of this.
You know what? A value of a human can't be evaluated by money and their social class.
It felt absolutely terrible. I can't believe that you could do this to me. This just proves how terrible of a human being you are. It really doesn't matter if you have a postgraduate degree.
I think it's clear who the terrible human being is. You should look back through the messages you've sent me to see how bad you are.
You need to stop mocking and looking down on me right now. I'm telling this to all of you. I'm going to make you regret it. Hey, loser, can you see that I am so happy now? My husband love me and give me money again just because of some flattery.
Just continue to live like a parasite like that. And one day you will realize all I told you is the truth that you should follow.
The rest of Lily's family and relatives decided to cut ties with her completely. To let her know how hard to make money and how to respect everyone. She was kicked out of her husband's house because he revealed that all she'd done with him just because she needed money. She didn't love him. She had recently turned 30 years old, but STLL had no experience at all living by herself. She homeless, so she started working for a company that also provided housing for her. She has noon to depend on anymore. She regret about not hearing everyone advice for her better life.
What the heck is that? How dumb are you? Are you trying to embarrass me in front of everyone?
You mean the lunch? Wait. Was it really that bad? I thought I made pretty much the same lunch as I always make for you.
Wasn't that different to the usual? You know what that means, right? Every single lunch that you've ever packed for me has been terrible.
Would you be able to tell me what was so terrible about the lunch?
There just wasn't enough filling in the sandwich. I told you that I wanted chicken and bacon and ham. I can't believe that you forgot to include the bacon.
I tried to make the lunch a little more healthy today. And that's why I didn't put any bacon inside. I was really trying to do you a favor.
I don't want to hear any excuses like that. I know that you are just being lazy. Are you trying to make fun of me or something?
I swear that I'm not trying to make fun of you.
Don't you dare even think about it. You're in no position to make fun of me at all. You really need to respect me more.
What are you trying to say?
I just wanted to remind you how lucky you are to be married to me. I really have no idea why I decided to get married to a woman like you. I'm such an amazing person. I definitely deserve so much better.
So you regret getting married to me? Then is that why you treat me so terrible every single day? You've been saying some pretty harsh words to me recently. I've been feeling so terrible about myself because of your words. You know that you're just making the situation even worse by doing this, right?
What are you trying to say? You're talking back to me right now? You should be so grateful that you get to be a housewife. All you do is stay at home while I'm working so hard. You're in no position to talk back to me.
The way you've been treating me has gotten worse and worse. I think it's because I never disobeyed or talked back to you. I realize that things are going to get worse if I don't start standing up for myself. There's something I wanted to talk to you about. I think it will help us fix our relationship. What do you think about me starting to work a full-time job?
What? What did you just say? You're not serious, right? A 40-year-old grandma gonna do for a job? Are you kidding me? You really need to face reality. No company is going to want to employ someone like you.
I would have no problem finding a job. I was working a very good job until we got married. I have a lot of experience and I'm a fast learner. I think many companies would be happy to have me working for them.
You really do overestimate yourself, Naomi. I disagree with everything you just said. Nobody is going to want to hire you. Go ahead and try to find a job if you really want to. But I honestly don't care either way.
Fine, whatever. I'll go and look for a job myself. I was gonna ask you something else. Are you planning on coming to Alice's graduation ceremony?
Of course. I'm planning on coming. She's my precious daughter. Do you really think that I'm gonna give you permission to come? You're such a failure of a housewife. I'm sure that she wouldn't want you to come either. It's a very special day for her.
What? Did she really say that? She doesn't want me to come? I really want to go to my daughter's graduation.
She's not really your daughter though. Most of her genes must have been passed down from me. She's so smart and has so many friends. That's a huge difference compared to you. I know for sure that she's gonna succeed in life like me. She's my child and not really yours. I'm happy that she's smart and she's doing well at school.
I still want to attend her graduation as her mother. Isn't it way too harsh to exclude me from such an important family event? Have I really been that bad of a mother to deserve this treatment?
Yeah, don't you know by yourself? You really have been that bad. You're useless at everything that you tried to do. A terrible mother and a terrible housewife. You're no match for a hugely successful man like me.
You're taking things too far this time. There's really no need to insult me this much. I've been doing my best as a housewife supporting his family.
Are you really sure we've never really felt like you've done anything for us? I doubt we would notice a difference if you were to suddenly disappear.
Are you seriously saying that to me?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. You really are a useless human being. And we don't want you. Make sure you don't turn up to her graduation ceremony.
I don't believe any of this. I'll ask her myself about this. I'm part of this family and I don't believe that I should be excluded like this. We haven't been able to talk recently. So I'm going to communicate my feelings to you here. I realize that Lisa also feels the same way as you do about me. I'm gonna do what's best for this family.
Of course. She feels the same ways I do. She's just as smart as me. And she does know that you're such a huge embarrassment. You're the one that's holding this family back. We would be so much better off without you.
So you guys wouldn't really mind if I got a divorce with you, right?
That would be no problem at all. Get out of here. You're such a useless piece of trash. You probably have nowhere to go, right? There's no way that you're going to be able to live without my financial support. That's how worthless housewives like you are. I would have no problem at all even if you were to leave right now this moment.
There's no need to insult me anymore. I know that I'm very useless.
Yeah, you're finally starting to understand where you belong. A pathetic housewife like you doesn't have the right to attend our precious daughter's graduation. We're going to be perfectly fine without you. You need to get out of this family.
Fine, whatever. I'm going to do as you say now.
Hurry up and get out of my house. We're going to be completely fine without you.
I'm getting tired of hearing the same words over and over. I'm gonna take this opportunity to get rid of this family. I've already decided and I'm never going to come back. So bye now.
Where the heck did you go? There's no clean sock that I can wear. Would you hurry up and get the laundry done?
I'm sorry, but who is this?
What? Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry, but I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you want from me? I'm not your personal cleaner. I think you might have wrong number. I don't see why I should be doing laundry for a stranger.
What are you talking about? I haven't seen you around the house for the past few days. Where the heck did you go?
Did you really forget already you were the one that told me to get out? Don't you really remember?
What are you talking about?
I just did as I was told and left. I have no plans on ever going back to live with you guys.
You're not gonna come back? You're just joking, right? Stop talking nonsense and come home. This is why I kept calling you such a useless wife. Stop wasting my precious time for nonsense like this.
I'm not coming back, Jimmy. And I'm no longer your wife. Would you please stop calling me your housewife? Now we're not a married couple anymore.
You're not gonna be my wife anymore. What are you talking about?
I was planning on signing my half of the divorce papers and leaving it on the table. I didn't want to leave my future in your hands. I decided to discuss my situation with a lawyer, so that the divorce would be a sure thing.
You talked to a lawyer about this? Did you just mention divorce papers? Are you seriously trying to get a divorce with me?
Yes, I am. You kept on telling me how worthless I am. You also called me that I was an embarrassment to the family. Did you really expect me to just agree to all the insults and stay married to you? You were the one that kept telling me to leave. I just did as you said. Don't worry about me coming to our graduation either. I'm definitely not going to go. I hope the two of you get along well together. You guys are so alike.
Are you serious about the divorce? There's no way that a pathetic housewife like you can live without me.
Jimmy, stop calling me that. How many times do I have to tell you the same thing? Your memory is worse than a goldfish.
What did you just say to me? How dare you? Stop talking back to me like this.
I told you that we're gonna get a divorce. I've already prepared for this. And there's no way for you to stop the divorce.
What is with your attitude all of a sudden, Naomi? You've never talked back to me like this before.
Just shut up already. I've had enough of you looking down on me like this. I've decided that I'm never gonna obey any of your orders again. I have no intention of holding back how I feel now. I'll just tell you how I feel. I really don't care how successful you are. Your personality and attitude is so terrible. No amount of success is gonna make up for that. You really are a trashy excuse for a human being. And I don't want to be associated with you at all.
How dare you say that to me? What has happened to you? You've changed so much.
I can't believe that the reason you contacted me was about a sock. How pathetic are you? I just went missing for a couple of days and that's what you're worried about. Do the laundry yourself.
You worthless piece of trash.
Stop calling me that. That's crossing the line.
What's happened to you, Naomi?
Oh, you still remember my name? As you only ever called me worthless housewife or a family embarrassment.
I would never forget my wife's name. Why are you so mad at me all of a sudden? I didn't do anything to you. Would you please just calm down?
Are you seriously saying that to me? You've been insulting me and ordered me around ever since we got married. I've been treated like a slave by my own family. You've even managed to convince Alice to think poorly of me. The two of you have looked down on me and excluded me all this time. Did you really think that I'd be happy being treated like that?
What are you talking about? Are you really serious about this divorce?
Of course. I'm serious about the divorce. It's not something that I would just joke about.
What are you planning to do after we get divorced? You have nowhere to go. Who's gonna do all the housework for us?
The housework? That's all you're worried about? I've had enough of you. You can figure that out for yourselves. I've already decided that I'm going to get out of this pathetic family. I've discussed this all with my lawyer.
Why did you have to get a lawyer?
Because I wanted the divorce to go through for sure. I know that you're going to refuse to sign the divorce papers. Also, I plan on asking for money from you for all the trauma and damage that you've caused me.
What are you talking about? You can't do that.
In fact, I can do that. I have so much evidence of all the abuse. But that's not everything.
What are you trying to suggest?
Did you really think that I wouldn't notice?
I don't know what you're talking about. There's no point trying to cover any of it up.
I know about it already. You've been cheating on me for a long time.
What? Stop talking nonsense. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're my wife. Hurry up now and get back home.
Do not try to change the subject. I have all the evidence. So there's no point trying to hide it anymore. I have no intention of ever coming back. I'm gonna make sure that we get divorced. I'm also going to make you pay for all the damage and trauma you caused me.
I'm definitely not gonna pay you for anything. There's no proof of me abusing you or cheating on you.
Did you really think I'd go through all this effort without any proof? I've been saving up lots of evidence for this moment. I've endured these tough times for a very long time. So that I can get my revenge.
You can't be serious about this. I really am.
I bet you didn't know that I wanted to get divorced from a very long time ago. I stayed married to you so that I could gather evidence against you.
I had no idea about that. Weren't you happy being my housewife? I was supporting you financially all this time. All you had to do was stay home and do a little bit of housework. You should be grateful for my supporting.
What? You were constantly harassing and insulting me. I really don't care about either of you anymore. I actually went to a job interview the other day. And I got hired straight away.
Really? A company hired you? They're making such a huge mistake.
Shut up. I no longer need your help anymore. I can support myself financially. I'm going to run out of place to live by myself. Alice told me that I was an embarrassment too, so she can stay with you after the divorce. I'm sure you'll get along well. I still can't believe that you're doing this to us.
Who's gonna do all the laundry and cleaning at my house now? Have you ever taught her how to do all the housework? I'm definitely not going to be doing it.
You plan on forcing your daughter to do all the housework? You really are a piece of trash. Why don't you ask the woman that you've been sleeping with for help? I don't care about any of that anymore. You can figure out all these problems yourself. Please never contact me ever again. Bye now. After that, I moved into a new apartment by herself and started working a full-time job at a new company. I'm now much busier than before. In contrast, Jimmy's life was falling apart. He had no idea how to do any of the housework. He tried to force Alice to do it. They got into many arguments. Jimmy lost most of his savings paying money to me for all the damage. I'm more satisfied and happy with my life these days.
Hey Alexa. It's been a while, right? Are you there? Come on, just respond already. It's not like I'm contacting you at midnight or something.
Hi, Amy.
Oh, there you are. Why you are so slow in replying to me?
Well, I only just finished up with work for the day. So I couldn't look at my phone until now. Yeah, it really has been a long time. We haven't seen each other since we graduated high school.
Yeah, I know. It's been way too long. So you're telling me you're still hard at work? I'm surprised.
I mean, yeah, of course. What's so surprising about that? I've worked really hard to land this job. It's the one I've been aiming for a long time.
I thought you would be the type who would want to end up being a stay-at-home mom or something.
What made you think that?
Well, you got married to the son of CEO, right?
Yeah, his father is the CEO of one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the industry. But it's not like I only married him for his money or something. I'd never do something like that. Wait a minute. Why do you know that? How do you know a lot about my private life?
Oh, you don't know that. With the intelligence network I have at my disposal, it's actually quite simple. To be honest, I was so surprised when hearing that news. For someone like you whose only quality was her book smarts, I couldn't believe you managed to marry into so much money.
Emmy, you make it sound like I only married him for his money. Like I said, it's not the truth.
Is that a hint of arrogance I sense? Are you trying to say that you're doing better than I am?
What? Where did you get that idea? I had no intention of doing anything like that.
Yeah, you'd be trying to pull off any kind of bragging. You made me get worried about how I'd respond.
Yeah, whatever. I don't want to explain more.
Anyways, I wanted to ask you about one thing. I hope you could do it for me.
Well, it depends on how is that request.
I wanted to ask you about could you give me that rich husband?
I'm sorry? Are you seriously asking that?
Yes, I think so. I pretty clearly stated it. I want you to give me your rich husband.
You made me speechless. I don't even know how to respond to that.
Why are you acting so weird about? I mean, the son of the president of a company is practically a celebrity. I just feel like his potential is just completely wasted on a plain boring woman like you. That's all. I feel like he'd be better suited to someone whose heart and looks are pretty and glittery. Someone like me totally suits him a lot better than you do.
Sorry, I didn't respond for a second. I needed to restart my brain after seeing the absurdity of what you wrote. Before I can even try to delve into your nonsense, I've got to ask, have you actually met my husband?
Nope.
So you're just asking me to hand him over to you without ever having seen him? Are you crazy?
What's wrong with that? It's fine, isn't it? He's got such a prestigious position that there's enough value in getting him as a husband.
Your thinking is just wrong. What is wrong with you? What do you mean there's enough value? Do you really take marrying someone that lightly? And that's not even going into how wrong it is for you to just openly ask to take someone's husband from them without even having seen them.
What are you going on about? Stop acting like I'm trying to do something unspeakable. All I'm doing is giving you advice. Ask someone who is much prettier than you, you should take my advice. I'm telling you, someone like him is much more well suited to be with someone who matches his level.
What? I don't need your advice. It doesn't make sense at all.
No, I'm just telling you what should be common knowledge. Don't you know anything about what society is really like? I mean, isn't it obvious that a man used to a luxury life would want a wife that matches that luxury style? You can't tell me. You don't understand it. I bet he just got some circumstances surrounding him where he just felt like he needed to settle for marrying someone like you. I know that if I were to appear in front of him, he would fall in love with me in an instant. If you just stay quiet and out of the way, you don't even have to do much to give him up. Just let me do my work and he'll come to me on his own. Then I'll be right by his side as we start to live such a gorgeous life together.
I don't know what to say now. You must be out of your mind. No matter what you say, I am not divorcing my husband. And it's not just because we love each other. Not only are we husband and wife, but we're also business partners. If I were to use your wording, I would say that I am the only one who deserves to be by his side.
Excuse me.
I will not just let you walk all over me with your selfish. You're an adult now. I highly suggest you start acting like it. Don't you start naively talking like you know how the world works.
I don't care if you think I'm naive.
I think you just need to accept that the world doesn't revolve around you.
What's wrong with you? Some plain woman like you acting like she can appreciate the kind of life she has. I hope you know that you're not going to beat me on this. I am going to take your husband from you. I deserve what's the best for me. I will make you pay dearly for denying me. Hey Alexa.
Oh, you again?
You're on your honeymoon, right?
I don't see how that's irrelevant. What do you want?
Well, after looking into lots of popular honeymoon spots, I finally caught up to you. I've tracked you down.
Excuse me? You did what?
Aren't you still a little nervous? I know you haven't seen your husband since yesterday.
Why do you ask?
Well, I thought you might be able to guess. He's with me right now. Surprise?
What?
I mean, honestly, your husband was just too easy. I just made a cute little face, and from then on he couldn't keep his eyes off me. And he just came home with me.
I'm sorry.
Well, we've been having quite a bit of fun together. I guess that's just a way of saying I stole your honeymoon from you.
So what are you talking about? Anyway, if you think you're talking about my husband, well, sorry to disappoint you, but he's right here next to me.
Of course you'd say something like that trying to hide how much pain you're feeling. I'm struggling not to laugh at how sad that is going on. Enjoy your little Hawaii trip alone now.
I see you're wrong in more ways than one. We are nowhere near Hawaii.
Sure. Just keep going on with the little steps to try to hide your broken heart. It's not good to bottle up your negative emotions for so long, so you should cut it out soon. It's gonna hurt more later.
I think it'll hurt for you more if you don't start accepting that you really screwed up. Not that I really expect you'll ever believe me.
Excuse me?
Like I already told. There's no way I'd ever divorce my husband and give him to you. And he is saying that he's never once thought about leaving me either.
Oh, really now?
Well, I don't really understand what sort of enjoyment you're getting out of trying to rile me up. But my husband's telling me that he has a visceral hatred for women like you. And there's no way he would even look at you, let alone fall for you.
That's totally hilarious. You really come up with lots of crazy things to say. The man who's been with me the best parts of me would never say something like that about me. Especially not after I just had such a hot night together. And of course he's right next to me right now. So I know you're lying.
Either your information network is way off the mark or you need to get your eyes checked. Are you sure you're not mistaking him for someone else? Well, anyway, my husband and I have things to do together, so.
Yeah, run along now and cry it out already. Go on and enjoy your heartbreaking single trip. Hi there. Alexa? How is this going? I've heard some really good news that I just had to ask you about. I heard your husband divorced you.
You seriously haven't given up on this yet? I'd really like to just ignore you and let you live your life in your own little mistaken world. But seriously, what are you trying to do by trying to get me angry so much? What's your goal here?
What? I'm not doing something like that. Don't make it sound like I'm doing something mean. I'm with my fated partner, who's supposed to become my husband. He only married to you by accident. All I did was get him back from you to fix the mistake. And now things can go as they were supposed to from the start.
Every time you text me, I'm astonished at how utterly clueless you are. Every time you text me, I'm astonished at how utterly clueless you are. What are you even talking about? How can someone you've literally never met be your fated partner? There's no reason to believe that could ever happen.
I'm starting to think you're the completely clueless one here. I'm telling you, your ex-husband is here, with me right now. We just filed our marriage registration. How can you continue to be stuck in denial?
I don't know if you can call it denial. I can't tell how imaginary you are. Really, we haven't even gotten divorced.
Well, you are so stupid, Alexa. You should change your surname in stupid now. Alexa stupid. That means he divorced you without you knowing.
What? You don't make no sense at all. Anyway, I don't want to lengthen your stupid story. You must be next to someone now, right?
I've told you a bunch of times already. I'm with your ex-husband. This is the first time I've been with someone I just have such good chemistry with. Sam is so great. I'm in love with him so much. Getting married to him is the best choice in my life.
Oh, his name is Sam, right?
Yeah, don't tell me that you forget your husband's name. Such a useless wife ever.
Well, I have to tell you something. Sorry to disappoint you, but my husband's name is not Sam.
What? Are you kidding me? You got the same surname as him. Sam Cruz. And you are Alexa Cruz. Tell me, how am I wrong for that? Oh, I know you are just making things up. Stop it, Alexa. It doesn't work for me.
Okay, I will tell you more clearly. My husband's name is Peter. Peter Cruz. And by the way, we're in the UK right now. Our company is going to open a branch in London, and so we have moved to the UK for the past 2 years. In fact, we did throw a honeymoon in Hawaii. But due to some businesses, we had to flight back to UK not long after that. But that trip was 2 months ago. Maybe due to that fact that I have just posted these images on social media recently. You are literally the stupid one.
Really? You must be lying to me?
No, Emmy. I'm dead serious right now. There is no point for me in lying.
But who the foo is the guy I got married to?
Well, I can't say. I have never heard the name you mentioned. So why were you so utterly convinced that guy was my husband anyway?
I talked to him in front of that hotel in Hawaii. After he talked to you for a while, it seemed like he was storming off somewhere to do something on his own. So I thought that was my chance to nab him. That's when I seduced him and invited him to my room.
Wait a minute. Could you be talking about that one lanky guy with bleached blonde hair who was wearing some jacket with a super gaudy design?
Yes, that's him. I remember that jacket. I remember thinking you couldn't possibly appreciate something that flashy. So you did know who I was talking about?
I mean, I saw the guy. But I have no idea who is that guy.
What? How could you not know him? How? I don't understand.
Well, I can only guess a little bit.
Just tell me. Who is this?
Maybe he is the guy who flirted me when I was in that hotel. We just had a chat for a short time. Oh, I remembered that we got the surname. What a coincidence!
I still don't understand.
Well, my husband and I were on our way to the airport. So it was when we were checking out of our hotel. The thing is, Peter, my husband, forgot something back in our room, so I waited in the hotel lobby while he went to get it. That's when that guy approached me and started trying to hit me up. But once I told him that I was a married woman on my honeymoon, he started looking annoyed. And when I told him that my husband would be back shortly, he stormed off in a huff, grumbling under his breath. That's all the extent of my knowledge of this guy.
Can't believe it. I got married into a random man.
Well, that certainly sounds like that to me.
What I really did.
But is that really a problem if you adore him as much as you make it sound? Isn't that fine anyway?
No, no. It's all wrong. I thought I could steal your gold mine from you. I was going to secure myself a life of luxury by taking him for myself. I did everything I could for the past 3 months to get him to love me. And now you're telling me it was just for some worthless guy. How could this happen to me? I don't deserve this. Please, Alexa. Can you help me? I don't want to bury me life with this man. I did a very big mistake.
But how? How can I get you out of your problem? You should do it by your own.
Please, Alexa. You doing business, so you must know a lot good lawyers. Can you let them get out of this stupid marriage?
Are you for real? You got what you deserved, Emmy. No one can help you.
Alexa.
After that, I blocked Emmy's number. Alexa couldn't stand still in that marriage, and then she filed for divorce with her great husband. Ironically, she had to share her assets for this man after the court. It must be a big lesson for her. I'm so lucky not to have spent any second of my life with these toxic people.